So the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship Program at McGill University is now open for 2026-2027 section, and the eligibility criteria is more of you being 35 years of age or lower than 35 years of age, and they also said you must be able to demonstrate leadership in your community. If you Yeah, that's another eligibility criteria. If you've done any community project, that's also part of it. So that's those are people that are going to be eligible for it. And women are also going to be considered, like they said in the application. Women are going to be considered, are going to give you more priority. So, and you must also be a member of an African country. Very important. You must be from an African country, rather, not a member. You must be from an African country. That's another eligibility criteria. And you also need to not have done any master's program at all. They must not trace any master's program to you. So let's go to the eligibility criteria page now. So now this is the eligibility criteria page. It said prospective applicants must qualify academically for admission to McGill University and meet the following minimum criteria. So the first one, they said be admissible to one of the eligible programs at McGill. Very important. And you must not have never for nor completed a master's degree. Like I said, you must be a citizen of and live in an African country. So you can view the eligible countries. I know Nigeria is part, Ghana is part, Kenya is part, Togo is part. Almost all the African countries are eligible. So, and you must have a valid passport and be admissible to Canada as an international student. So all this, you need to check this out. So you need to check this out. So it's more of like for African students. It's more of like for African students. So let's move to the next page. Then also you must have an exceptional record of service, leadership and activity in your school or community. Like for example, you may have carried out some community project, like maybe pad a girl. That can be an activity in your community that you've done. So that's what they want to see. You leadership program, for example, you were once a prefect in maybe your secondary school. You were once a or maybe in your current job, you've taken up leadership positions, yeah, in your office. So that's another thing. Or service, for example, during your NYC you did this community project. That's what they want to see. So then you need to demonstrate a desire to give back to your own community. So this is very important. You need to demonstrate this desire to give back to your home community. That means when you finish, you are going back. That's what they want to see. Then demonstrate that financial constraints are prevented or restricted your educational opportunities. This is another criteria that is very important. So then you must be 35 years or younger as at the time of the application, at the time you are applying. So this is an important part. So like I said, priority will be given to women, people also affected by forced displacement, asylum seekers, internally displaced people, refugees and returnees. People who have disability also will be considered. So applicants with honors, first class honors and equivalent have a high chance of admission to McGill University. So this is a very good university in Canada, so you can go ahead to apply. So let's look at other further things they talked about. So now we are moving on to the programs that are eligible for this university, for McGill University. So they said eligible program, all applicants regardless of country of origin or educational background must hold a bachelor's degree recognized by McGill University in a subject closely related to the program selected for graduate study. Very important. Then ensure your bachelor's degree meets equivalency requirements. So you can always check it on this link. I'll drop this link on my YouTube channel. So applicants with first class honors or equivalent have a stronger chance of being admitted. So you must meet the minimum graduate admissions requirements. They said that meeting the minimum graduate admission requirement does not guarantee eligibility for the Mastercard Foundation Scheme program. So like I said, you must first of all have a bachelor's degree and a very good result before you can apply for this. So let's move on to this. So then they said that you must apply to the McGill Mastercard Foundation Scholarship. Prospective applicants must not reach out to supervisors or professors directly. Applicants selected for a fee waiver and applying to a thesis program will be contacted by our team. So now we're going to be looking at the non-thesis program and the thesis program. So the Mastercard scholarship is open to citizens from all citizens from African countries. So let's look at the non-thesis program and the thesis. So these are the non-thesis programs that are available for you to pick from. You see animal science, bioresource engineering, biostatistics, food science and agriculture, human nutrition projects. So the only thesis program available is animal science and bioresource engineering. So now we're going to be looking at the eligible countries. The Mastercard Foundation Scholars Program at McGill University is open to citizens and residents of all countries on the African continent. So let's look at the list of eligible countries quickly. So the first one is Algeria, Angola, Benin, Botswana, Burkina Faso, Burundi, Cabo Verde, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Chad, Comoros, Congo, Djibouti, Egypt, Equatorial Guinea. So you can go through it. Ghana is also there. Ethiopia is, Gabon is there. Liberia, Libya, Malawi is also there. Guinea-Bissau is also there. So these are the eligible countries that can apply. And these are more. You can see the Mauritius, Morocco, Mozambique, Namibia, Niger, Nigeria, Rwanda, Seychelles, Sierra Leone, Somalia, South Africa, South Sudan, Tanzania and Togo. So almost all the African countries are here. There's no one that is not here. Almost all of them are here. And this is also more. This is Uganda, Zambia and Zimbabwe. So I just wanted to cover all the eligible countries for you to see, have a look and see. So you can go ahead to apply for the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship Program at McGill University in Canada. So you can go ahead and apply. I will drop the link on my YouTube channel. Keep referring your girl. Keep subscribing to my YouTube channel. Let's hit more than 1,000 subscribers. Let's hit more than, we're already more than 1,000 subscribers anyways, but let's get it up to 10,000 subscribers. Let's start from there. So I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.